Okay, welcome to another Metro White Glove Quality Progress meeting. Today we will be packing dishes, china, and glassware. We had a shipment where we did pack these the other day. Didn't go so well. We packed the items. We didn't put any packing material around the items. We just put them in the box. And of course, many of the pieces were broken at destination. So today we're going to go through the steps of properly packing china, dishware, and crystal. So we'll get an idea on how to pack these breakables properly. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the packing station. And once we set up the packing station, we'll get started packing. So here we go. Right, for my packing station, I like to use a dish pack for the base. Don't need much tape because it's just going to be a temporary fix. Okay. Couple 3.0s for the base. We'll see if those are large enough. Okay. Unprinted newsprint is what you use to wrap the breakables with before you put it into the box. And you also use for protection inside the box. All right, so now that we have our packing station set up, I'm going to move it back here next to the dishware, and we'll set up the dish pack. You always want to pack breakables in a tri-wall sturdy carton, which this is. You can see it's a thick tri-wall sturdy carton. Dish packs are used for packing most of the breakables that you will work with. When you're setting up the carton, you want to use at least 3 strips of tape across the bottom. Sure that has a good seal. First thing you're going to do, once you have your carton set up, you're going to make a cushion in the bottom of the carton. So when your dishes are properly packed in the box, they have a cushion to ride on. So we're going to use a few wadded up pieces of unprinted newsprint. Okay, so there it is. Once it's crushed down, it's going to be about 2 to 4 inches of padding is what you're looking for. And that, again, will provide a shock absorber for when this box is bouncing around as it's being delivered. Okay, first thing you want to pack is the heaviest items. So you want to start with the heaviest items on the bottom, and as you go up, you get lighter. So this vase with the little pieces of glass inside it will be the heaviest item. You don't want to pack it with the glass inside though, so we're going to pour those out. If this vase was fragile, you want to protect it from the inside as well to give it a little bit of strength. So what you do is you take unprinted newsprint and stuff it down in the vase until the vase is full, and that will provide a little bit of extra strength for the vase. Okay, so this vase is pretty heavy duty. So what we're going to do is we're going to take about 3 pieces of paper and wrap them around the vase, bring the paper over. Okay, that's still not a whole lot of protection around this vase, so we're going to use 3 more sheets of paper. The same thing again. Okay. Very well protected, and we'll pack it with the top of the vase facing down. Want to pack that into the corner of the box. Make sure it's not shifting anywhere. Okay. Next thing I want to pack is the plates. You want to pack 4 plates at a time. What you do is you take 1 plate, 1 sheet of paper, bring that sheet of paper over the plate, take another plate, another sheet of paper over that plate, do the same thing with the other 2. Okay, so once you have all 4 plates in place, grab a couple of additional sheets of paper. Over the plates, bring one side over, the other side over the plates nice and tight, and then fold the plates into the paper. So you have a nice and tight bundle here. If you feel like you need a little bit more protection, you can add a couple more sheets of paper to it. This is pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I am going to, let's see, the plates, they're standing up on their edge against the wall of the carton. And we're going to line them up like that. We're going to go all the way back with plates right next to each other. You want to pack the box tight and heavy as possible. That way things aren't going to shift around in there and get broken. Okay, so grab 4 more plates. And same thing, 1 sheet of paper. One sheet of paper. Then I grab 2 sheets. Bring the paper over, bring it over, and roll the plates into the paper. Okay. We'll take this again, stand it on its edge right next to the plates that I just placed in there. Push them tight up against the other plates. And then I have 3 more plates left, so we'll do those. Okay, again, that's all I have, so I'm going to get 2 more sheets of paper. Fold the plates into the paper and stand them on their edge next to the other plates. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pack this serving bowl with a top. Okay, you want to keep the 2 pieces together, so what you want to do is you want to start with the bowl and take a couple of sheets of paper around the bowl. Okay, then take the top upside down in the bowl, make sure it's nice and even inside the bowl. Take another couple of sheets of paper, wrap them around the bowl. Now that's still not very much protection, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in and flip it over. Do the same thing on the bottom, wrapping the paper nice and tight around the bowl and the top. So again, we're going to put these nice and tight up against the plates. So now we're going to take the smaller dessert plates. Same thing, we're going to pack 4 at a time. So a sheet of paper over 1. So I'm very close to the wall here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another bundle in there, so I'm going to fill in the space that's left over with paper on that row, then fill in the side. Again, 4 plates. once you have a nice tight bundle, put it into the box. Okay, so I have a little hole here that no other plates are going to fit into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these pieces of glass, and I'm going to just take a couple handfuls at a time, a couple of sheets of paper. Okay, so when you're unpacking these, you have to make sure that you look at every bundle of paper, because there might be something small in a bundle of paper that you could miss if you don't check every bundle of paper. Okay, so fill in the hole there. Okay, I'm going to show you what we have now. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the bottom of the box is full. Everything stood on its edge where it is the strongest. And what we're going to do now is we're going to use unprinted newsprint to fill in any of the holes, and then we're going to provide another 2 inches of cushioning on top of this tier to start packing another tier. As you can see, we made a nice cushion on top of the first tier that we put together, and we're ready to start packing the second tier in this box. Okay, we'll finish packing the dinner roll plates, red plates. Roll the plates into the paper and start against one wall, and just start building out from there. Okay, so that's all the plates. We have a sugar bowl with a top again. So what we'll do is we're going to do this the same way we packed the previous one. So again, you have an open area here. This is pretty fragile, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip off a sheet of the paper and stuff it inside the sugar bowl to give it a little bit of extra strength from the inside. What I'm going to do with the handles, I'm going to just wad up some unprinted newsprint against the handles. So there's a little bit of protection there. Then roll it into that sheet. Then grab a couple more sheets of paper, and same way you did the plates. You're just going to roll it over, bring the paper over nice and tight, and then roll it into the paper. Okay, so now we have these very fragile teacups, and the handles are very fragile. So what we're going to do again is we're going to wad up a corner of the unprinted newsprint. We're going to place that around the handle, fill in the inside of the cup with some unprinted newsprint, and then finish wrapping this with that one sheet of paper. Then take 2 more sheets of paper and wrap the cup just like you did everything else. You want to wrap it around, bring the paper over nice and tight, bring the paper over, and then just roll the cup right into the paper. And you always pack the cups facing down, because again, that's how they are the strongest. Okay, so again, wad up corner of the paper, wad up the paper around the handle, and then fill in the cup, and then roll the cup into the paper. Grab a couple more sheets of paper. And again, roll the cup into the paper and pack it upside down. Okay, got a couple more. one more cup. Again, bring it over, nice and tight. Work the cup into the paper. We're going to finish packing the glass pieces. Okay, show you what it looks like so far. Okay. See, everything's nice and tight against each other. There's still a little bit of area there that we want to pack our stemware. Okay. When you have stemware, stemware can be very expensive. This isn't really expensive stemware, so we're going to pack it with the rest of the items. But if this was really expensive stemware, what I would do is I would pack it into a 1.5 carton or a book carton. And you can do 2 book cartons. Fill up 2 book cartons with crystal if you have that many. And then you put the book cartons in the dish pack. That will provide extra protection for the stemware and make sure it gets to destination safely. Okay, so if it's really expensive stemware, pack it into a 1.5 carton first, fill it in the 1.5 carton, then put the 1.5 carton into the dish pack. All right, when you have stemware, you have this thin stem area that's easy to break that you need to protect first before you protect the whole glass. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 1 sheet of unprinted newsprint and you're just going to roll up that 1 sheet. Then you're going to take the stem and roll the stem into that rolled up sheet of unprinted newsprint. Okay, so as you can see, the stem is protected now with that sheet of unprinted newsprint. Now we're going to wrap it like you would any other glass. Take a couple of sheets of paper, roll it a couple of times, bring one side over, turn it about a quarter of a turn, bring the other side over, and then just work the glass into the paper. Okay, if it feels like you need extra protection, you can roll it in 1 or 2 more sheets of paper again until it's protected enough. Once you have protected, you're going to pack it upside down in the box again. Glasses, cups are strongest when they're shipped upside down in the box, okay? All right, so got another sheet. We need to roll 1 sheet. And you see, not rolling it too tight, just make it nice and fluffy. And then rolling the stem of the stemware into that 1 sheet of paper. So now we have the stem protected. We can come back and we wrap the whole box, the whole glass. Okay, bring the one side over, turn it a quarter of a turn, bring the other side over, and then just work the glass into the unprinted newsprint. Again, you're going to pack these right next to each other, upside down. We still have a couple more, so let's pack those. Okay, that is everything I had to pack, so I'm going to show you what it looks like now. And then we're going to fill in the remainder of the box with unprinted newsprint. As you see, everything's nice and tight against each other, so it's not going to shift, it's not going to vibrate apart and create holes and potential damage later. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use unprinted newsprint, We could also use clean dunnage to fill in the rest of the box, fill in the holes between the glasses, any airspace. Okay. Once your box is full, you can either cut down the box to make the box fit what you have, or just make sure you fill in the rest of the box with dunnage. Okay. Once you close the top of the box, you should not be able to press down on it and it go down. If you can do that, you don't have enough dunnage in there. Okay, so just keep adding the dunnage until it's full, and then close up the box. Once you have the box closed again, you should not be able to press down and the top of the box go down. Once the box is ready to seal, again, put 3 strips of tape across the top. Okay, so now this box is ready to be black shrink wrapped, ready to put on our Pinnacle label, the very fragile glass breakables labels all the way around, and you want to make sure this is handled with care throughout the entire movement of the box, because again, we saw what's in there. It's very fragile, but if you pack this correctly, you should be able to drop this from a pretty good height onto the floor, and everything in there should still be okay. We never want to test that theory, but that's the way you should pack it. Right now, this box is a pretty heavy box. It's probably about 70 pounds. So these boxes should be anywhere from 50 to 100 pounds each once you get these packed properly.